Hello, this is Miss Rome once again, and I'm going to be working on another art project with you guys today. A couple of things that you're going to need. I would recommend a whiteboard marker if you can get one because they have this thin top and thick. So it can give you two different sizes of lines. If you don't have that, then a regular black marker will do. You need a ruler, you need an art kit. So you could either just use crayons or something like that that you have. But if you have one of these art kits from Miss Bachman, go ahead and grab that. So you guys are going to be working on another line design similar to what we did last week. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go in, you're going to draw a border. So you can draw a border whichever size you want. I'm going to have mine go in a couple of inches from the side, and I'm using the fat side of my marker so that it is a little bit thicker line. And then I'm going to make another one. And come over here. So I'm going to border off my entire sheet of paper. And I'm eyeballing some parts of this, but you can get really precise if that is something that you want to do. Maybe you care about precision a lot and you want it to be exact. I'm okay with it being really close and not exact. So making a border, one thing I do want to be exact though are my corners. So making a border like this. And this artwork that we're going to do is going to have a couple of different elements in it. So we want the border for sure. But then another thing that you are going to include are some geometric shapes. So you can decide how you want to do this. I would recommend grabbing something circular. So I'm going to go grab something small and circular and be right back. I'm back. So I found this roll of tickets and it's got a small inner circle and a larger outer circle, and then I can place that and trace it. And then I also found this stack of Post-it notes because those will help me to make some squares. And then if you have anything triangular that you want to go grab, push pause and go get that. I'm just going to fold the Post-it notes in half, I think, to make a triangle. I don't know, I'll figure that part out. So I want to add some geometric shapes to my art. So I'm just going to place this circle and I'm going to try and use the thin line. And I can go in and fix that, even up the line a little bit. But this is geometric shapes with line design. And I'm going to do another circle, but I'm going to do the bigger one. If I can get the roll to stay where I want it to be. So I probably should have done this with pencil, but it's okay. Go around my edge, and again I'm gonna have to fix my lines a little bit. One thing if you're working on the lines is try to fix it the least amount possible, otherwise you're gonna get going with like crazy trying to be too perfect and it might be really hard to do. So I'm gonna add a square, and I think I'm gonna have my square overlap my circle a little bit. Oh man, this is really gonna mess up my Post-its. Whatever. So, trying to keep my marker super flat. And then I can kind of run it along the side of the Post-it. And again, I'll come back in a minute and fix what I need to. So currently I have a rectangle. That is one geometric shape. I have a square That is another geometric shape. I have 2 circles, so those are other geometric shapes. So technically I've already got 3. I could be done because I'm just trying to make sure I have at least 3. But I think that I want to add a couple more things. So I'm going to add some freehand circles that I'm going to fill in because I like to have those. I think it will just offer a little, I don't know, I like the black contrast. And then I'm going to do, in this corner, I will use my Post-it again. I'm going to make a triangle. Actually, I'm going to do it as a square. So I'm just going to, again, run my marker like that, adding that detail. And I feel like for right now, this is enough. Oh, one more thing that I do want to include is an S line. Actually, I'm not going to. So you can go through and draw a swirling S line if you wanted to. It would end up looking pretty cool, but I'm not going to. I think that's going to overcomplicate my picture. Now, one of the things that you get to choose which way you want to go with this is that you can fill everything in their own colors and be done. Or you can make the overlap, make the colors be different. So what I mean by that is I'm going to have my square be yellow. The outside of my square is yellow. And then I'm going to make my rectangle, my larger rectangle, I'm going to fill the whole thing in blue. So my whole rectangle is going to be blue. And I will say with these crayons, if you can go lighter, like if you push less, it does that peel up thing way less. So be warned about that. So I'm going to go blue for my full rectangle. Now, if you're paying attention, I'm being pretty careful to not cross into my other sections, and I will show you why in a second, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all of my spots where my colors overlap, it's going to be the blend of the colors. So it's almost going to look like the square is on top of the circle, and so then it changes the color. So I will explain more. This is going to include some color blending. So I will show you that in just a second. So if you're looking at the color wheel, we have different colors that when we combine them make a secondary color. So our primary colors are yellow, blue, and red. Okay? So those are the three primary colors. Most of you guys probably know this from like back in kindergarten. So yellow, blue, and red are our 3 primary colors. Okay, so I filled this whole thing in blue and I have the corner of it yellow. So yellow and blue together make green. And right here, this is a yellow square on top of a blue rectangle. So this would be a green section because they're combined, right? Yellow and blue together make green. Which I could have done by just doing my blue and then putting the yellow over it, but I don't feel like that always blends the way I want. So I'm actually going to put down my green, then I'm going to fill in with some blue. And then I'm going to go over the top with the yellow. And that really helps it to show the blend. Okay, so I had a blue rectangle and I laid a piece. It looks like I put a yellow on top of it. The lighting's not great, but it definitely works. In a classroom, you can super see it. Then I'm going to have my inner circle be, I'm going to have it be red. Oops. Okay. So it is red, which means that this circle is going to be red, but then it's also going to have the yellow on top of it, so it's going to come out to be orange. Okay, red and yellow, my yellow squares on top of the red, so then that's yellow. I mean, that makes orange. So again, I've got different colors showing up. And then in my very far corner, I'm going to have, I have blue. I already did blue and yellow makes green, blue and red. Oh, blue and red makes purple? That's a bummer. I guess my other circle is going to also have to be red. It wouldn't be my first choice to have 2 red circles, but I'll survive. So, red circle, do a light red in there, cover it over with the blue, and that blends to a really pretty purple color. And then I'm going to go, oh, this didn't really give me a purple, so I'm going to go over it with this like pinkish purple color just to finish blending. And I have a blend there too. And then I think my final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my initials in this corner. And then I'm going to make them, I'm going to just go over that in light blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. I love blue and I love green. So it doesn't hurt to use it in my picture. And then you guys, of course, if you wanted to, can go through. You can add whatever other colors you want. I'm going to do blue and green. Like I said, they're my favorites, so might as well. You can add swirly lines. You could add other designs. You could do the outside border, but I'm going to leave mine a little more simple. So that is some line and shape art. It also has color blending in it, so it's like a whole bunch of different art principles all in one. If you do it, please send me an email and show it to me. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you later.